Good morning to all MBA, MCA, and MTech aspirants. Myself, Sunil Shinde from Department of MCA, KLE Dr. M.S. Seshagiri College of Engineering and Technology, Belgavi. Today, I am going to show you how to fill the PGCET exam application form. First of all, you need to go to a browser. Choose a browser like Google Chrome or Internet Explorer or Firefox. And after that, type the URL of KA website, that is ka.ka.nic.in. And once you visit that website, you can see there is a message scrolling, that is PGCET 2020 online application form. You need to click on that link. Once you click it, it will open a home page which has 4 tabs like home, login, contact us, and sample application. And also you can see PGCET brochure is available on this website. You can use that one while filling up the exam application form. And you can see that exam application form is already started. That is from 15th June, and the last date is 28th June evening 5:30 p.m. So to fill, I'll just go to the new user section here. Okay, click on this one. Okay, then it will ask you whether the student is a citizen of India. Absolutely yes. And after clicking, you can see that the registration form is open for you people. And here you need to add the details. Be careful while adding these details because you need to refer your SLC or 10th marks card. So whatever name you have it on your SLC or 10th marks card, fill according to that one only. So I'll write my name here as well as father's name, the name of the mother. Then if you are from Karnataka, choose Karnataka. If you are from Maharashtra, choose Maharashtra. Okay, or if you're from Goa, choose Goa or any other state. Basically, I'm from Karnataka. Okay, fine. Then you need to input your date of birth here, which should be according to the SLC marks card. That is very important. Okay. Then you need to give the email ID. If you want to use your user ID as email ID, that would be better. So choose yes here. Then your email ID as your user ID itself. And after that, you need to choose the password. The password should be of minimum 8 characters. And basically, it has to be a combination of one capital letter, one special character, and numeric. That is numbers 0 to 9. So I'll choose a password like that one. Re-enter the password here, the re-enter password section. Okay. And here, this is the important section because you need to choose the PG course. Suppose if you are doing MTech, choose MTech here. If you are doing MBA, only MBA. Or if you want to appear for both MBA and MCA test, choose MBA and MCA. And here I am choosing MCA only. And here you need to remember that MCA doesn't have any part-time course, so it's a full-time 2 years course. Okay. Then give your contact number. Fine. Once you here, be careful because you should provide a proper contact number. Otherwise, what happens? You'll not get the updates. So I'll give my contact number. The secret question, suppose in case you forgot your password at that time or user ID at that time, this will be very useful for you. I'll choose the secret question as what is your favorite color, that is blue. And security code is like a capture code. You need to enter it properly. Basically, you see that in this KE website, the security code is in capitals only. Okay, so that's KA9X and Z. Okay, so before clicking submit, once again you verify name of the candidate, name of the father as per SLC card, even name of the mother as per the SLC or 10th marks card. Then native state of the father. Okay, then gender, date of birth, email ID, user ID, which is as same as your email ID itself. So re-enter the passwords. Then here I'm writing the exam for MCA only. So I have chosen MCA only. Then here this is a full-time course. Then you need to add a proper mobile number here. Choose a secret question, answer, and the captcha code. Done. Then click on submit. So it's saying invalid captcha. Okay. Once again, I'll enter the password because the captcha code is invalid. That is 34PL9. Okay. And once again, you can verify. Okay, fine. Click on submit. So we will wait for 2 minutes time. Good. I can see that we got a confirmation message from KEA telling that our registration is successful and the application number is 111730. You need to note down this particular section, that is application number as well as registration. So I'll just save it in a notepad file here actually. Okay, fine. Then what I will do actually, I'll go to login form, that is you can choose here login, otherwise you can click here itself. I click on this one. Okay, fine. Here you need to give the user ID, whatever you have given, the password and the security code. So the user ID is KLEMSSCET in smalls, KLEMSSCETMCA at gmail.com, and the password is okay. The security code is something like it's HEUDA. So click on login. Great. Now you can see that your name is here and application number also. Fine. You can see that a message is showing that your application is incomplete in a red font color. It says that your application is incomplete, so we need to verify it. Okay. So if you verify to which course you have applied, name of the candidate, father's name, mother name, date of birth, and everything. If you are married, choose as married. If you are non-Karnataka candidate, choose non-Karnataka. If you are Karnataka candidate, then choose a Karnataka radio button. Then here I'll choose a single. And here you need to choose a particular category, means whether you belong to scheduled caste, tribes, or category 1, 2A, 2B, 3A, 3B, or general merit. I'll choose a general merit here. And here you need to write your caste name also. Okay. Fine. And here this income RD number means, suppose you have a proper valid income and caste certificate. The number is printed on that particular income caste certificate. So you need to add that particular RD number. I'll just add it a sample RD number. Okay. So be careful because during the verification, they are going to ask all the information like income and caste certificate. Suppose if you are claiming for that. Then religion, you need to choose a religion, as Hindu. And eligibility clause means, so here already I have shown you, there is a particular brochure is available. Fine, this brochure. In this brochure, if you go to the page number 15, you will see that there are different kinds of eligibility clause. Look at here. This is a page number 15. Okay, eligibility clause. So here, if you have studied entirely like from first standard to your BC or BSc BCom or B, you need to choose eligibility as A. Otherwise, if you are from Hyderabad Karnataka region, then you need to choose a different eligibility clause. Suppose if you are a non-Karnataka, then you need to choose a different eligibility. So there are different types of eligibility clauses are available here. So just be careful. First, read out the section eligibility clause for MBA or eligibility clause for MCA. Read out completely. Fine. Then input the appropriate eligibility clause. My eligibility clause will be A because basically I'm from Karnataka and I studied everything in first studied to my degree here only actually. Fine. Then you need to choose a qualifying degree. Means whether if you are applying for MTech, you need to choose a B, and if you are applying for MCA, you need to choose like a BSc, BCA, or BCom. So I am choosing as a BCA here. It's a 3 years degree course or 6 semesters. And after that, you need to choose the status of your degree, qualifying degree, whether it's completed or appeared. Okay, there was a technical glitch from KEA. Fine. Where I was actually here, you need to choose a marital status and category. That is like I'm from general merit. I will be choosing general merit. And here, as I said, that you need to input the number, that is RD number printed on income or caste certificate. Okay. Fine. Caste name. And here the religion, that is Hindu. So eligibility clause, I was telling that you need to see the eligibility clause from the brochure. The page number is 15 here. You can see that eligibility clause for MCA. You can see A, B, H, all are there. So you just choose appropriate eligibility clause. If you have studied first to BCA or BSc or BCom, first standard to BCA, BCom, BSc, you need to choose eligibility clause A. If you have studied in Karnataka itself. If you are from Hyderabad Karnataka region, then there will be a different eligibility clause. If you are from non-Karnataka, then there will be a different eligibility clause. So that is what we need to choose it. Okay. Sorry. Okay. So my eligibility clause would be A. Okay. Then here the qualifying degree, as I am applying for MCA and I'm basically from a BCA, studied 3 years BCA from Karnataka only. So I'll choose as BCA. Suppose if you are applying for MTech, then choose B and the appropriate branch. For MBA, you can choose BBA or something like that. So MCA, BCA is fine. BCA 3 years degree. And here usually due to Corona, COVID, nobody has appeared exams, means or completed their BCA degree. So here you need to choose as appeared. Okay. And here you need to have your university seat number. Okay. That might be anything actually. 2KL 17 BCA 01. Okay. Then here qualifying degree college name. So you need to choose the degree college name, means where you have studied your BCA, BCom or BSc or B. I'll choose KLE BCA college. Okay. Then you need to choose the university name, that is RCU. You can type RCU or you can type completely Rani Chennamma University. Okay. Then total number of years studied in Karnataka. So here, if you have studied for 15 years, then write 15 years, or 18 years, then write 18 years, or 21 years. So I'll just write it here like 18 years. Sorry, 15 years it is. Okay. Then here you need to add the particulars of your examinations. Means you need to add the degree marks here. Fine. If it is CGPA, then you need to convert that CGPA to the percentage. Okay. So here, uh, so if you are, most of them have semester system. So there will be like first sem, second semester, third semester, fourth semester, fifth sem, and sixth semester. So here you need to choose first year. Means what you have to do, you have to combine the marks of first sem and second sem and add it here actually. So result is pass. Month of passing is June or July. Year of passing is 2017. Okay, sorry, 18. Then maximum marks. You need to add the first sem maximum marks plus second sem maximum marks. So suppose the marks are like for first sem it is around 550, and that is for second sem 550 it will be around 1100. And what is the secured marks? Suppose I secured around 500 in first sem, 500 in second sem, the marks would be 1000. Okay, like that you need to add for second year too. Choose second year, pass, result. Month of passing is July, then year is 19. Then again the marks would be like, just add the third sem as well as fourth semester total marks, and add the secured marks in third semester exam and fourth semester exam. Okay. Okay. Okay, fine. So as you people have appeared for the exam, so here you need to choose for third year, that is like awaiting. Okay, the probable month of passing would be like uh, July or August. Fine, choose like that one. Year of passing is this one, and here you need to add only the fifth semester marks. Okay, fifth semester marks, maximum marks, and the secured marks in fifth semester. Done. Okay. There is a glitch in KEA. Okay, fine. We were here actually. I was entering the marks. So for third year, choose a third year. And result is awaiting because still you haven't wrote the exam and didn't get any results here. So it results awaiting. Month of passing would be like July and all. Year of passing is 2020. Okay, and here be careful. You need to add the fifth semester marks. So sample marks is like 550, and secured marks would be around. And these are all like dummy numbers actually. Fine, don't consider it here. 450. Then add this one. Okay, done. And here it will ask for, like, suppose if you are claiming a reservation under person with disability quota, like for Divang, or are you claiming under ex-serviceman quota? Choose yes, but you should have an appropriate document during the verification process. Okay, I choose no, even I'm not from Hyderabad, Karnataka. And here PCT 2020 examination center. So here you need to choose the examination center, means where you want to write your PCT 2020 exam. So I'll be writing in Belgaum or Belgavi. Okay, and I'll write my address for communication, that is postal address for communication. House number 1940. here Kaylee Engineering College, Jambag, this 4th railway gate, okay, Belgavi. Okay, then state is Karnataka. You choose your address, that is communication address. Then district is Belgavi, Belgaum. Okay, then pin code 5900008. Okay, and mobile number already I have given. This is email ID. So look at here, the course applied, name, verify once again all the details. Okay, then click on save. So it will show, suppose if you have any errors, it is telling that you should add an income here. So here, look at here, this is a section 9th one. It is asking you to enter the annual income of the family from all sources. Like if suppose if your father is earning, mother also earning, combined income. So whatever the income you got it from the income certificate, you can add it here. Okay. Done. Then reservation category also it's asking general merit. So once again you verify it, click on save. Okay, done. It says that saved successfully. Okay. Then here you can click on next. If it is not working, then what you do, click on image upload here. Okay, this is what. Sometimes it is not working here, this next section or next command button. So click on image upload. So click on image upload. It will open up a image upload section. Here you need to upload your photo, the signature and left hand thumb impression. Okay, fine. Okay, so here in this image upload section, you need to choose 3 things, that is photo, signature as well as left hand thumb impression. So here you need to follow the instructions such as the photo image must be greater than 5 KB and it should be less than 40 KB. Dimension should be 3.5 cm into 4.5 centimeters. Okay, even it is same for the particular signature image and same for left hand thumb impression too. So I'll choose the photo. Okay, so that is there, photo, and click on upload. So it will upload the photo. If it is successfully uploaded, you will get a message that photo.jpg file uploaded successfully. After that, choose signature. The signature is here, which is also less than 5 KB, sorry, more than 5 KB and less than 40 KB. Okay, click on upload. Fine, it's also uploaded successfully. Then third one is left hand thumb impression. Choose that one and upload it. Okay, everything is uploaded fine. You can verify that in the green colored message saying that all the things like photo, signature and left hand thumb impression have been uploaded successfully. Next thing is that you need to go to, if you click here next, it should go. If it is not going, click on declaration. Fine. Okay, and here it's saying your application is incomplete. Okay, fine. So just click on this declaration saying that whatever the information I have given or filled, it is true and correct to the best of my knowledge and belief. Okay, click on I am here. Declare that the above informations are true and correct. Click this checkbox. Click on final submission. If everything is fine, it will take it. If it is not fine, then it will not take it. So it's not taking means there is an error in our application form, we'll go to the home page and see what is the error actually. So it's saying that your application is incomplete. So once again, you verify all the details. Okay, fine. Qualifying degree, look at here. I haven't added it. So BCA, fine, appeared. Okay, done. Taluka, fine. So everything is fine. I'll click on save. Select exam center also. Sorry, exam center is Belgaum. Okay, fine. Saved successfully. Okay. Once again, you just verify the application form. Okay, save it. Then image upload, it's also fine. Declaration, fine. So it's taking now. So it'll give you a message telling that this is the final submission of your PGCET 2020 online application. Once you declare, no further editing is allowed. Okay, are you sure? Want to proceed? Click on OK. Fine. Click. Please read it carefully. Please verify the entries made by you, and if any changes are required, please carry out the same before selecting declaration. So after declaration, you will not be allowed to edit or make any changes in your application form. Okay, done. So now your application is filled properly and submitted. The next section is payment section. Here you'll see your name as well as the application number, and also you can see that a section to print your challan. Right? You need to choose this NEFT, RTGS, IMPS option. Okay, then it will open up to download the challan and make the payment. So you can see that there are three banks are there: ICICI Bank, Yes Bank, and Corporation Bank. Whichever bank you want to choose, you can choose it according to your wish. So I'll be choosing a Corporation Bank, and I'll click on download challan. Fine. So here you can see that the challan has been downloaded. Fine. I'll open up. I'll verify it once again. You can see that this is a candidate copy, my name, my date of birth, Corporation Bank, IFSC code, amount, fine, 650. Here you need to put a signature. Above this one, you need to put a signature before submitting this challan to the bank. Okay. So last date for payment of fee is 30th June. So here what you need to do is that you just go to that Corporation Bank, fill this challan, and the bank will retain this bank copy. You need to carry this candidate copy with you till the admission process completes. Okay, fine. Okay, next. So here this is challan section, whatever we have seen, and here you can see that this is a payment status. Means once you go to the bank and deposit the amount, required amount, that is 650 or whatever. Okay, then come back after 1 or 2 days, you will see the payment status as confirmed here. Okay, you need to log in again and you need to check the payment status. So you can print your application form here by clicking print application. Fine, you can see that it is saying that please download your challan and make the payment. So this is your application. Fine. Okay, print application. Then you can change the password as well as logout section. So this is the entire process of filling up PGCET 2020 exam application form for getting admission into MCA, MBA, ME, MTech or M Architecture. So if you have any doubts, you can write it in a comment Okay, I will try to solve your doubt. So thank you once again. Thank you very much. Just log out. Done. Okay, dear students, if you have any queries regarding PGCET application filling or regarding MCA course and all, you can feel free to contact these numbers. Thank you. Thank you once again.